Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden. And today I'm at Covington's Nursery over in Rowlett, and we are going to be touring some of their fall plants that they have out. They have a ton of beautiful annuals and perennials out right now. And since so many of y'all said that you're not seeing anything like that in your nurseries, I thought it might be nice to show you all what all they have. And then at the end of the video, we're going to plant a little bit more fall color out in the front garden. Okay, so I posted a recent videos where I was doing some adding some fall color into the garden, and so many of y'all said that your nurseries don't have anything right now, which that sucks. So anyway, I'm going to take you over into Covington's. We're going to stick to the main portion of Covington's. It has three different areas. It has a gift shop. It has an area that has their annuals and perennials, and then across the parking lot, it has an area that has shrubs and trees. So we're just going to do the annuals and perennial area today. I'm not going to show you every single thing, but I'm going to show you a lot of the fall color. So let's go get that done. Okay, I'm right at the entrance, and you can tell it's really beautiful. They have a whole lot out here. So I like some of their displays that they have up front. They have the sun-credible sunflowers, which did not do very well for me this year. Celosia. Lots of the ornamental peppers, which I absolutely love. Lantana. All the grasses. Everything's looking really good. So here's bedding plants over here. You got two varieties of celosia. Price is $1.99 each, or $27 to $30 a flat. I like the yellow. I think it's really fun. I wish the leaves. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a celosia that had like dark purple leaves but yellow blooms? Oh, that's so pretty. That'd be really cool. Angelonia, which is on clearance. Pentas are on clearance. Lots of the dianthus, and these are the really large blooms, which are really pretty. Those look good. And then here's the ones with the smaller blooms. Lots of marigolds. I love marigolds for fall. I think they're really fun. Here's some of those tricolored peppers that I've been growing. Got some in my backyard that I grew from seed. They do still have a bunch of lisianthus, so if you're looking to add lisianthus to your garden, and this is a shorter variety, it's only about 10 to 15 inches tall. If you're looking to add that to your garden and overwinter it, now's the time. Purslane, which is always fun. I love it cascading over the edge of a pot. They have lots of snapdragons out. But let's go over to this side where they have all the ornamental peppers. So fun. Look at this. Look at these little guys. Aren't they beautiful? These little red ones. The purple. It's the beginning of its peppers right there. Lots of gorgeous peppers. They look really fun. Lantana. Looks like they have lots of Angelonia still. The pink Truffula. Gomphrena, which is looking good. Lots of celosia. Lots of varieties of celosia. Everything looks really good on celosia. More peppers, larger containers of peppers. Looks like they've got some purple scaevola out right here. Looks like they still have salvias. More lantanas. This is straw flower right here. More angelonia. Got all the decorative grasses over here. I'm really wanting to do some containers with some grasses. This is one I really want to do. Regal Princess. It's supposed to be hardy in my zone. Lots more marigolds over here. Purslane. Tropical hibiscus. Lots of zinnias. Lots of fall zinnias, which look really good. Lots more celosia. More zinnias over here. Look at this. This is one of those raspberry swirl ones. And of course, look at this little guy. This little setup with all the hanging baskets. It looks really nice. Alright, so let's go over into the shade area because it's 103 degrees out. So here's all they've got petunias for fall planting out. And I planted purple petunias last year and they didn't do all that great when I planted them at this time of year. And they didn't really put on a lot of growth, so I won't be planting them again this year. But they sure are pretty to look at. Some of the giant red mustard, which I've got growing from seed right now. Lots of Swiss chard, which I've got growing from seed right now as well. They have some mums out there, and they're getting ready for their maize, hay, bales of hay, which will be super cool. Here's all the proven winter celosia, so bright and pretty. And then here's their celosia. And the proven winters ones are much brighter. This one is fun right here. El Brito, I grew this last year. Love that. Super fun. I believe this is called licorice plant. It's pretty. Got some shrimp plants over here. They have a Terrenia. Look at that. Purple and yellow. Catalina gilded grape. How fun. Well, that's neat. A little bit of Persian shield left over. Okay, I'm not going to take you to the other side, but they do have a lot of their fall plants out. Or fall vegetables, I should say. But let's walk on over here to perennials. Wow. This salvia is really pretty. Rudbeckia. It's looking good. Is this Veronica? What's this? Yep, Veronica. It's pretty. Ooh, I can smell that society garlic. Here's some taller Veronica right here. Some Azuratum. It's really pretty. I like the Azuratum. I am, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, so the other day I bought 2 Gallardia here, and they died. I brought them back to show them to see if I could get a refund or an exchange, and it turns out I guess they don't do refunds on like bedding plants or exchanges, and I don't know, I was super disappointed. The guy said he would do it for me this one time. But I bought a whole bunch of plants, and they are all doing fine, and just 2 of the Gallardia just did terrible. So, but anyway, I'm going to pick up a couple of new ones. He said that I can do that. But just for future reference, that they don't guarantee their plants, their bedding plants. Got more Rebecca over here. Lots of perennials. Oh, look at the Turk's cap. That looks really good. Oh, I like the Coreopsis over here too. Sorry, I'm bouncing around, y'all. Look at that pretty Coreopsis. Now here's a plant over here that I've been wanting. This is a Caryopteris. This is a perennial, and it is loved by pollinators. So pretty. I'm not going to get it this year. Next year maybe. But I've been wanting it. So they have smaller perennials here, so you can buy them for less. Of course, they're smaller. Okay, I had to come back in the shade because my phone kept overheating, but check out these petunias. Terracotta. Aren't they so pretty? Now, these baskets are pretty small for $24.99, but they will fill out. So pretty, but check out these baskets over here. For $5 more. A mix of the petunias. Aren't those gorgeous? Love them. Yeah, love these baskets. $29.99 each. Really pretty. Looks like they do have a lot more Coleus over here. A few more caladiums. Here's all their vegetables. I wasn't going to show y'all vegetables, but I literally can't be out in the sun because my phone keeps overheating. Now this is an area I'm hoping to spend more time in over here. These are all the shade perennials. So I'm hoping to learn a whole lot more about them and adding more to my shade garden. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Here's a bunch of the ajuga. Oh, look, that one's pretty. Look at that. So pretty. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to plant up the shade garden. Okay, since it is 103 degrees, I know I didn't get through everything, but this guy gives you guys an idea that they do have a lot going right now. So if you're near, come by and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to fill in a few areas. I've got a negative space right here where I had a heuchera that died, and I think I'm going to fill that with the coordinating Coleus that used to be, or that is over there that I planted. And then over here in this area, I've got a Japanese maple that just never does very well. I think I'm going to cut it back a little bit. And then I think I'm going to tuck in the 2 Gallardia over here so we have a bright color. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so over here will be the Coleus. And then right here, I'm going to tuck in 2 of the Gallardia, just like that. And then one more thing. Now, I was thinking the status over here, or this is Limonium that my friend Kristen got me, but I think I'm going to save that for a different area. I think I'll start with these, and from there I think I might tuck in a whole bunch of Zanzibar that I have growing from seed. I think it'd be really pretty to fill in that area right back there. But let's go ahead and start with these. I'll just be planting them into the ground. I'm going to be using like plant tone as my fertilizer. Now this first variety is called Arizona Sun, and this is kind of just like a standard blanket or Gallardia flower. I'm going to try to loosen up these roots a little bit. Okay, and this next variety is called Spin Top Copper Sun Gallardia, and I am really going to rip up these roots at the base so that they will spread out, because like I said, I am trying to treat this like a perennial, and I am planting them really close together. Yes, I know. And to keep these consistently growing, you can continue to deadhead these parts right here, just like this, and that will keep them consistently blooming. Okay, so here's my dead heuchera here. And I like to think it's dead. I'm just going to pull off the foliage off the top of it, because who knows, maybe it'll come back. Probably not, but maybe. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start tucking in my Coleus. And these are easy to tuck in because they're just little 4-inch plants. And as these get bigger, they get more color, pinks and purples to them. I think that'll go really nice. I have some of the, this probably needs a really good trim back. Actually, I might trim that back real quick. Okay, I trimmed back that super petunia a little bit, and that'll allow me to just spread out the Coleus a little bit more. Okay, I am scooting over here real quick, just to the right of where I was working. I'll loosen up some of this grass. The worst. Okay, and I think I showed you all at an earlier point that I was having issues with this Gallardia right here. This is a heated up Gallardia by Proven Winners, and I've grown it in the past and it's done great. And then this summer it just really struggled, which is expected with 52 days of triple degree temps. I mean, that's insanity, right? And so what I ended up doing is giving it a really nice trim back, and then I ended up fertilizing it really well, and it has come back. It's looking really good now. So that's good. Happy for that. So what I'm going to do next is my friend Kristen picked me up a limonium, just right here. Let me see if there's a tag for it. No tag for it. It's just called Limonium Salt Lake. I think it is a hardy annual for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work right here in this area, and I'm going to go ahead and dig a space for it. And it's a bigger pot, and y'all know how I feel about digging big holes. I hate it. I literally will buy smaller plants and wait years if it will allow me to avoid digging a big hole. Oh, I see a tree root in here, working through that. All right, trying to loosen up some of the soil. This is a little bit easier to get this guy down into the hole. There we go. And if I have like big chunks of clay, I'll just throw them in here. Somebody was asking the other day if I was hurting my soil or causing drainage issues if I removed the clay, like I do when I'm planting. I'll just remove whatever clay's in that hole. I don't really think so, because this is a lot of clay. My whole plot of land is clay, so I don't really think, I'm not making any kind of massive difference. I'm really just making a difference for the particular area that I'm planting in. Okay, so we've got that limonium right here, which I think is really nice with the purple behind it. And then I did pick up some zinnias, some orange zinnias, when I was at Covington's today. So I think I'm gonna get those in the ground, and then we have a nice pop of fall color over here. And I do have daffodil bulbs over in this area. So basically, if I run across the daffodil bulb, I just pop it right back in. Okay, and then I have these Zanzibar seedlings right here. So I think I'm going to work them kind of towards this front area like this. Kind of closer together, because I might end up filling in with something else back here, but I'm not sure yet. Now, I was trying to find some information about Zanzibar seedlings and if I'm supposed to prune them, like pinch them back. Can't find any information on it. So if you have grown Zanzibar in the past and you know whether or not it's supposed to be pruned, trimmed back so that it can branch, let me know. I have not done that as of yet. Okay, the Zanzibar doesn't look like much, but we've got it tucked right back in there. And then we've got our two Gallardia, which are nice and close together, but they'll make a nice big full showing. And then here's all the celosia that I planted, the Orient number 2, and it is starting to put on flowers. It stays nice and short. We've got our Coleus tucked in here. This right here is a big purple mum, which will be really nice. And then coming over here, we tucked in the limonium, the Salt Lake limonium, and then 3 orange zinnias across the front. I think that looks really nice. Still obsessed with this Salsa Dancer hibiscus. So pretty. Love its coloring. Okay, so it's looking good. I know it doesn't look like a ton of color now, but it really will start filling in. We are at the last of our hot weather. Starting Saturday, we're going to go into the 90s, and then starting about Tuesday next week, we're going to be into the 80s, highs in the 80s, which would be so really nice. So I'm going to be really hitting a lot of the plants with a lot of fertilizer to kind of start boosting them into rhythm now that we will be having cooler temps, and everything should really start filling in. The garden is a couple of weeks behind what it was last year. Last year at this time, we had just gone through torrential downpours of rain at the end of August, and while that was insanity because it made up for like 90 days of no rain, all within a few days, it really did my garden really good, and so everything started growing. We have not had any kind of significant rainfall, and so everything's a little behind at this point, but we'll see. We still have 60 to 70 days of growing season prior to my first frost, which tends to be about the middle of November. So I'm still in really good shape. So I'll be fun showing you guys the garden as it grows over the next 60 plus days. All right, you all, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up. And make sure you check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.